Good evening, and welcome to season 4 of This Real Fisherman. And I'm out here going to take a shot at drilling a hole and see if I can put out, I'm sorry, the cold is kind of affecting my speech here. See if I can pull up some bluegill and maybe something halfway decent. So I'm going to give it a try, drill a hole, give it a try here, and we'll see what happens. Well, good day. It's mid-November, and I'm out doing a scouting trip. The water's starting to freeze up now. There's not enough ice to do any ice fishing or anything, but there are some docks around here where you can perhaps drill a hole standing on the dock and then fish from the dock. But anyhow, it's no real plans of fishing, just a scouting trip. But I would like to take this opportunity as we prepare now for the ice fishing season to talk about some safety gear that you really should have, especially when you're going out in the November, December, early time frame when the ice is just forming. Number one, if there's not 4 inches of ice, you don't go out on it. So that's the first thing. I know of people that go out on a lot less than 4 inches of ice, but if you do that, you're really taking a serious risk. So personally, I measure the ice. What I do is I'll drill a hole when I first step out and measure it. If I've got 4 inches, I'll go to the next hole until I drill my way out to my first fishing spot and verify that I've got 4 inches all through the path. So 4 inches of ice, that's number one. Number two is always have a set of these ice picks with you. These can save your life. Now what I do is I got a flexible pair here and put a safety pin in the back of my jacket, and then I'll raise my hood here, put my jacket on, bring my picks around, okay, get my hoods all put up, get things buttoned down the way I want, no problemo. It's about 25 degrees with no wind, so it's actually pretty comfortable out right now. Put my main hood up. So now, although I won't be venturing out on ice today, just to show you, the ice picks are right there if I fall in. Now, One thing I'm going to do this year, and I just happened to think about this, is one problem you have is like when you're fishing and you bend over and these picks get in your way and everything. So what I did is I took a couple strips of Velcro tape and put here on my coat. And what I'm going to do is I got to go to the store and get some Velcro and put on the picks so I can just stick them right here with Velcro, and then they'll stay out of the way, but yet should I fall in and need them, boom, I've got them right there. I've tried stuffing them in my jacket. That doesn't really work that great, so I'll let you know how that works out, but it should work just fine. It's just kind of an irritation to have these things in your way. But I would not go out on the ice this time of the year without them. So again, always have these. Have a good pair of ice cleats. I like the strap-on kind. If you're watching my video, you'll see how those work. So anyhow, my glasses are fogging up, so I'm going to end this little demonstration and get my gear and go down here and see what's going on. So have a good day, and I'll catch you later. Okay, there he is. You know what? I catch enough fish to eat by catching bluegill, so there's really no need to keep this fish, even though he probably is big enough to be a keeper. So I think I'll just go ahead and release him. Actually, the more activity there is around the hole, the more it seems to attract other fish. So we'll get this hole cleaned out here and get the bait back down and see if we can keep this operation going on. Okay, a little quick information about ice scoops. These plastic ice scoops seem to work pretty good. I always like the ones with the metal handles on them because I'll take and I'll measure along the handle, and I'll measure in increments of inches and mark it on the handle of the ice scoop. Now generally I won't even mark any inches with numbers below 4 inches, and the reason for that is if it isn't up to 4 inches, I don't go out on the ice. So if it goes up to the 4-inch mark, I'm good to go, and this will go on up to 7 inches. It'll actually go further, but you can't really see it if you go down there, so you can kind of, you know, figure you've got 7, 8, 9, maybe 10 inches. So anyhow, you've got to scoop your hole out anyhow after you drill it, so you just set the bottom of the scoop on the edge of the ice, and you read up there, and if you're over 4 inches, you can, and there's just one of you, you can venture out on the ice. And if you get up to 7 inches, you're pretty much good to go for a small group of people. So there you go. 4 inches will generally support a 200-pound man with a reasonable amount of gear, but it won't support a small group of people. So don't go out with 3 or 4 guys on 4 inches of ice and stay, you know, all huddled together, because that's just not a good idea. You need about 6 or 7 inches of ice for that. So just a little heads up, mark your ice scoop, because you got to use it anyhow. It's right down there, and you can measure your ice thickness at the same time you scoop the hole out. So there you go, and I'll catch you all later. There's another bass. That's bass number 2. Bass number 2. And there he is. There he goes. He's going to be a taker. And there he be. This is a frisky little guy. I think I'm getting close to having enough for supper now. That's a taker. Nice gill. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay, that's a nice gill. And it's getting late, so I think I'm going to wrap things up and head for home. So I'll see you next time.